Streaming software is connected. Man, dang. Come on now. It's taking so long for this thing just to. It's already in there. You should be going straight live. Oh man, what's up with it, y'all? I ain't even gonna lie, I'm tired, but I said I got to do it live. It's been too many days. I ain't even been on the live. I ain't been kind of doing nothing. I've been working. A lot of work lately, no doubt. So I had to come chill, smoke one, and chop it up. Okay, come on now. How come you ain't went? Dang. Okay, forget it then. My live ain't working on IG. But yeah, what's up with it, y'all? I just came to blow one and chop it up. I know it's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a midget. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to diving in the way we do, sometimes you just be kind of stoked. You be kind of stoked on your experience, and I ain't gonna lie. That Joshua Tree experience was like next level. It was literally next level. It was next level. It was something like it was one of those experiences you can't even stop thinking about. It just kind of had me like watching all different kind of videos and watching different stuff on it because it was so interesting. It was just well, I can't even say that it was like different, because I didn't had so many experiences, but it was an eye opener. It was an eye opener. Like it make you go back to like loving life, just regular life. It makes you really go back to just loving regular life and just being in tune with just life, like in general. You feel me? Spending time with the kids, with the family. It's like it's just been different. It's been different. It's been different. Like just the way that it kind of changes your perception of things. We make so many things. We make things that are not even important. We make them so important, and like I said, we beaten gave our life to a lot of things. But that little bit right there will make you miss out on a lot. It'll make you miss out on a lot that's going on, and I think that's what I was doing. I was missing out on a lot of other things because the psychedelics you begin to go so far. Why do it keep doing that? What's up with it, ET? What's up with it, young guy? Yeah, I know it's been a while, man. It's been a while. It's been a little bit too long. I said it's been a little bit too long, but like at my job, like we moving. So it's like I've been at work. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, with my job, like we switching locations right now, so we just been kind of packing everything up to get it ready to move to the next spot, which is kind of gonna be big. It's gonna be bigger, but I was gonna start another channel and like do like the Chronicles of the Flower Shop, UL, or somebody was telling me that's what I need to do, but I said I'm gonna just do it here. What's up with it? What's up with it, Pie May? What's up with it, Young? I know, I was muted, man, but it's back on. My mic, this microphone, this Yeti microphone, bro. I don't know why they did it with this USB they got on this Yeti microphone. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid because it go bad real fast. So don't get a Yeti. I'm just letting you know, if you about to do podcasts or you about to do videos, don't get the Yeti mic unless they get the USB-C or something, because this old school plug right here, it just be kind of messing up. Like, soon as you touch it, it just come loose. But what's up with it, man? How y'all doing? I hope everybody been cool. I know it's been a minute, but like I said, I've been kind of just sitting back, man, lifing. Just kind of lifing, bro. Oh yeah, you know, I'm in San Diego. I'm in San Diego, to be exact. San Diego, California. San Diego, California, bro. But this life thing been lifing, and like when you had deep trips like that, I ain't gonna lie, that's what they make you do. They make you actually go and just live life. Like, you just actually just go and you live life. You don't be trying to do the most. And like, that's how it's been. Like, I've been more in tune than, you know, with the kids and family, and I just lost another uncle. You feel me? After I lost my Uncle G, I lost my other favorite uncle, the one I be talking to a lot. Just lost him. You feel me? My other son lost his grandma. It's been a lot going on, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's been a lot going on, but it's been, you know, you gotta, no matter what, you gotta just keep lifing. Life don't stop. It just keeps going. And no matter what happens, we just keep living until we not living no more. But I've been like hella busy. Like right now, it's summertime. Like, if you notice, even if you look at last year, usually when summertime come, that's when I really be taking a lot of time off, because my other kids from out of town come and they be here. So the other kids here, my grandbaby here. Then I got another baby that's been keeping me up. Daisy. She just a baby. She 1 month old, little bully, just been keeping me up all night. It's been crazy, but it just slowed down. After summer is over, like after the middle of next month, I'm gonna be picking back up on doing the lives a lot more. But right now, I've been like kind of just chilling with family, chilling with the fam and shit. You feel me? And get them this time, because like some of them, like two of my kids only really get in the summertime. Only, you know, they come down on summertime and holidays. So yeah, take my first trip this weekend. Any advice? Yeah, man. What do you mean? What you about to dive in on? Young God, what you about to dive in on? You about to, is it going to be DMT or mushrooms? Because you can get all the advice. You can get all the advice in the world, bro. It still ain't going. I'm just saying, keep a level head. You feel me? Oh yeah, the loss has been crazy. I ain't gonna lie, this year, like, I lost a lot of family. I'm gonna grab the video off of Facebook that my mom posted of all the losses we had like last year and this year, so y'all can see it's been a lot, bro. It's been a lot of family members that didn't left. But what you about? Oh, the shrooms. Oh yeah, man. Just, man, go into it, relax, bro. Like, you know, like always, like me, like, you know, in the beginning of my mushroom experiences, when I first started doing mushrooms, I used to have to program myself to like kind of let go, because like once you dive in, you be trying to hold on to so many different things here. You be trying to hold on to everything here in this reality. And it's like kind of let go, like, you know, let the fear, let everything go, and like let the mushrooms actually just do what they do. You feel me? Let go and let the mushrooms work. That's how I look at it. Let go and let them things work. Cause you'll get caught up in yourself. Like, you'll get caught up in yourself with the mushrooms. So it's like, just try to train yourself to kind of let go. You feel me? Yeah, your breathing is key. Remember to breathe. Have you some water present and have you some water ready. You feel me? It's like, Because you can, like, a lot of people can say so many things, and you know it won't even be that when you go. It won't be as much. Because like I always say, like when you dive, when you diving in first, and it's your first experience, it's like start off with like a low dose. Like don't try to go and just jump in with a high dose, because a lot of people do that, and when they do that, it kind of freak them out. So it's like, take a low dose. Like start off small. Don't try to go too big with it, because when you do that, that's when dang, wait, hold on, let me turn this font size down. When you do that, that's when it kind of get crazy. And it don't even get crazy, bro. The key thing is to let go. That's the key thing to me, is letting go. Learning to let go. Practice it on letting go and letting the mushrooms do what they do. You feel me? It's like letting go and letting the mushrooms do what they actually do. And because we'll get scared or we'll get spooked, and it's like it's nothing to even be scared of. You feel me? Because you about to have this experience. It's going to bring up so many different emotions. It's going to bring up so many different feelings. It's going to bring up so many ideas. It's going to bring out so much that you've been holding in probably for years. So it's like, when you learn to let go, you let go of all that anger and that hate and that scariness and that fear stuff. You kind of let it all go. And like that's the key point of mushrooms. It don't matter where you doing them, how you doing them. The thing is just learning to let go and let the mushrooms work. Like how Will Smith said, "Let go and let God work." Like exactly that right there. So it's like like when I first started, because I used to be spooked on mushrooms, but I started training myself. I started saying, let go, let go, let go. I'll tell myself this. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm like over and over on my experience in the beginning, to where when the trip get crazy, like the experience get crazy, like way back here in my mind, that it'll pop out and it'll go, you have nothing to fear. You already let go. You already let go. You already let go. Just let it happen. Let it happen. You feel me? Don't. It ain't like rocket science. You feel me? How can I convince my wife to take a trip with me? My wife wants to, but she's scared. What I can say about that is, if you convince your wife to take a mushroom trip with you, tell me so I can convince mine, because she is not having it. Look, that's what's crazy. Because my girl said the same thing. What's up with it, Noah Kristen? Kyle singing? Where's my glasses at? I don't even know where my glasses at. But nah, my girl did that. She was like, I'm gonna take a trip with you," and I'm like, well, she didn't say that. She was saying it to one of her friends that on her birthday she gonna take some mushrooms, and I'm like going, I've been taking mushrooms for 5, 6 years, and you ain't never once said I'm gonna take some mushrooms with you. I'm like, you'll dive in with them. You should dive in with me. Cause like you dive in with me, I'm not gonna try to give you a lot and blast you off. I'm gonna just give you just enough so you can see that it's the best feeling ever. It's the best thing ever. You feel me? It's better than weed. It's better than alcohol. It's better than all of the above. And this is my first blunt today. I ain't even been smoking that much, bro. I ain't been smoking that much or nothing. But if you convince her to do that, you need to let me know how you did that. Because I'm like going, my girl, I'll be like, babe, take some mushrooms with me. She be like, nope. And I never, it's not really even nothing to be scared of, because it's like we create the fear ourselves, not knowing that that's what we doing. We create the fear, and then once we create the fear, we make it, we make it a thing. And it's like, but it's the fear that we created. It's the fear that we created. Nobody created it outside of us. We say this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And it's wild, because everything that when you do that, that's what happens. The only thing can't happen is what you say is going to happen. If you think you're going to have a good experience, bro, that's what's going to literally happen. It's going to be a good experience. But we always got to put in all these other factors and these other things and make it make it we make it more worse than what it already is, bro. And I understand though. I understand because mushrooms can be strong at times, especially when them visuals kick in. It can take you to some. It's just like life. Like life can be good today and then tomorrow it can be messed up. Like life can be good tomorrow and then the day after that it can be messed up. It's just like that. It's the same thing. But you don't get scared of life because it's getting crazy or it's showing you something wild. Like we usually just take, we deal with it. So it's like the same with mushrooms. Like when you go in there, it's the same feelings that you're dealing with out here. It's no different. It's no different than the feelings that you're dealing with out here. If you can deal with everything out here in this life right here, going about in this life, you can do the same thing with mushrooms and have them same dope experiences on mushrooms. And like I used to look at a bad experience as a bad experience until shit. No, I can't. I don't know how to look at mushrooms as a bad experience, even when it get ugly. And it's wild. It's like I always say, like when your female see a spider and she run in there and get you because she's scared to go in there and kill it, and then you gotta go and kill it. You feel me? Like we be scared of the weirdest things. But it be a fear that we created. It don't be a fear that's outside of us. It's always a fear that we created. Like we're the ones who saying it's scary when it gets scary, cause we said it. It's only scary cause we said it. All the mushrooms is doing what they do. They taking everything in your subconscious and bringing that shit forward and bringing a lot of things that you holding on to forward. You feel me? But those are the fears that you need to face a lot of times. Like it bring the stuff forward that you need to face, that you need to deal with. And it's like that's the cold thing about it. Once you look at it as that learning experience, it's like almost like being on like when I was on the football team, Pop Warner, when I was playing Pop Warner, and did the bull ring where everybody stand around and one person, the biggest person, get in the middle, and they call out names and you got to run in there and you got to hit that person, and like they called my name. You feel me? I ran out there, I hit dude. And when I hit him, like the coach was like, Woods, come here. And he called me over there and he grabbed me by my face mask and he was shaking me and like cussing me out. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you out here doing all this? You ain't even got your strap on. Like, you got to strap up. You can't just be running out there like that. Now, I could have got angry at that, but he was just telling me, giving me game. Like, you feel me? Like, you could have got yourself hurt without even knowing. So it's like almost with the mushrooms is the same thing. What's up with it, Christos? Is like they'll do things to show you yourself or show you the world. And that'll be the thing that'll scare us. Like, like a monster then jumped out. You feel me? And it's like, bro, you gotta take the constructive criticism. You feel me? Like that's why I always say, like, when you learn to let go, like it kills all that so-called fear that you have. Like all that fear of heights, fear of the monsters, fear of demons. You start to see that the so-called demons and all these things that you created yourself to be scared of, you feel me? You did it over time. Nothing else outside of you did it. So every time they came to you with it, you were scared. Like that's the first thing came into you was fear. But the fear on mushrooms is totally worse than regular fear, because it's going to amplify it and it's going to make it like 1,000 times worse. And it's like, dang, but at times with me, I ain't going to lie. At times with me, when I'm tripping, I like to dive into that fear. I want to see how far I'm going to go with it. How scared am I going to get? How spooked will I get? That's just something that I used to do myself. I ain't saying try that, because you'll get stuck in places that a lot of people can't get out of. Like, you feel me? You'll get stuck in a place and you'll come out and still be in that place and still holding on to that fear. And it's like, but once you train yourself to let go over time, which it takes time, and like you start by saying it, like there's nothing you have to do, because it's all mental. It's all a mental state. So once you start training yourself to say, okay, I let go, 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 I let go. In the beginning, especially when it get crazy, when it get like real, like intense, like you want to train yourself to let go. And then that's how you do it, just by saying it. And then you know when it get real intense, it'll pop back up. Once you forget, even if you forget to let go when you dive in, it'll remind you, oh, you'll be cool, don't worry about it, you already let go. You feel me? To where to smoothing it out. You feel me? Because it's really just you playing with your feelings when you really think about it. Like everything that you seeing is playing with your feelings. It's playing with your fear. It's playing with your love. It's playing with all your emotions and everything, and it's amplifying all that. That's the cold thing about it. Like when you start to learn that, it's like you can't lose. You can't lose. You'll never have a bad experience. Well, you say, oh yeah, peace, Christos. Let's see. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel where we come in. We talk about all kind of stuff. This room's changed the way you interact with people. Yes, 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 it did. Which is kind of which is cool, but like sometimes it's not because it changed my interaction to where you know, like when I see a person or I'm talking to people. I see the inner them. So I'm not looking at who people say they are or, you know, who they act like or who they act to be. You feel me? Like it got to the point to where I see that inner person. So when you start to conversate with people, you conversate with that aspect of them that is just like you. You don't step outside of that. Because once you start conversating with people in like talking to yourself, it's almost like talking to another part of you. You can't lose. You feel me? You don't get no bad vibes because you get that reflection of yourself when you talking to them. Because it's like you talking to yourself. It's like I'm not talking to the you that you present yourself as. I'm talking to that inner you that is all of us. That's the part that I want to conversate with. I don't want to talk to the persona that you done built over time. It's that inner you that is all of us. When I talk, that's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the you who you pretending to be. I'm talking to that real you, which is me, which is a part of me, which is, you know, we the mirror of each other. That's the part I'm talking to. So it made it easier for me to talk to anybody, bro. I like that's the weird part. I don't like it though. I don't like it because it's like even when I go places with the family and we doing stuff, like I'll meet somebody and we'll start a conversation and then I'll find myself talking to that person for like 45 minutes to an hour. While they standing over there waiting on me. So it's like, you know, it made it easier for me to conversate with people because I wasn't putting all this, you know, all these different things on them when I approached them. If I talked to a homeless person, I wasn't looking at them as being homeless. If I talked to a rich person, I wasn't looking at them as being rich. It didn't matter if I talked to a black person, a white person, it didn't matter the color or anything. I was looking at that inner me, that inner person, that inner being that got us all connected. That's the thing that I always be talking to. I never talk to the persona. Like the persona is something else. When you talk to the persona, that means when you go and you talk to a gangster, you got to talk like a gangster. When you go and talk to anybody that's in the persona, you got to talk like that persona. And it's like I don't have to do that because when I talk, I'm talking to that inner entity, that inner you, that the one that's always existed, the same one that exists within me. That's the one that I'm conversating with. So it's like I don't care if you 99 or 5, I can conversate with you. And it's something about, I don't know, bro. Now it's like kind of weird because, you know, people just be wanting to talk to me. And like after that Joshua Tree thing, bro, I didn't even want to talk too much. You feel me? I mainly like to kind of listen and pay attention and, you know, and hear everybody else talking. You feel me? Because you start seeing like everybody is on this robot mode. It's like, you know, because I got to be like this. I got to be like that. And I think that's what the one thing I like about here is like, I don't come in here acting like I'm something or I'm somebody else. Like, this is me. Like in the meetups, people will tell you, this is me. I don't act different. I don't put on no act to where, you know, I got to take the act off once I leave this. No, this is me. I come with just me. Just this is the me right here. I don't have to act like I'm spiritual. I don't gotta act like I'm a gangster or I'm all hardcore. I don't have to put on all those acts no more. You feel me? And I think that's the beautiful part that you start learning is you never had to put on that act, but we always did, depending on who we was around. Like if we was around football players, we talked football. If we was around baseball players, we talked baseball. But you get to that fact to where you see beyond the baseball and the football, and you can talk to them, that inner one. Like I was saying, yeah, it's weird. Higher consciousness, the one, TSTS. Huh? What's the inner thing? The inner being. I say the inner being because that's the thing that's always been here. That's the thing that's always and will always be. You feel me? That inner thing knows itself. It sees itself. It's always in there. It's existing within everybody. There's nobody that it's not existing within. Consciousness, I don't know what to call it, God or whatever it is. Whatever that thing is yeah, what's up with it, Don Ron? Yeah, I'm glad you jumped in, bro. But that inner thing right there is the thing that it's in everybody. It's not just in us, and it's in animals too. It's in everything. The higher self, it's many different names for it, bro. It's many different names for it. But that inner thing right there, once you start talking to that right there, people can't get around it. They can't get around it because that's the same thing that's within you. That's that same light that's within you. The light, you got so many different names for it. I don't even know what to call it because they put so many stipulations on it. But I just call it the everlasting, can't die. You feel me? It's always awake. It's always there. It's always present. It's always watching. You feel me? It's always waiting to have that conversation. Whatever that conversation is, I don't know. But that thing is always waiting to have that conversation. It be sitting waiting for somebody to come and talk about some of the stuff we be talking about. It be wanting to take off the persona of the job. It wants to take off the persona of the father, the persona of the son, the persona of the grandpa. It want to take off all that. That's it's the underline of all that, bro. It wants to take all that off and just be the thing that it is. And it's like kind of weird, bro. I hope I explained that right. I call it Ollie, what? The all. Yeah, the all, LaShawn. The all, because it exists within everybody and everything. I don't care if you talking to a pit bull. You could be talking to a rabbit. You seen that that possum run across the road and the girl picked it up and said, look, I found a cat. And the possum was just, I mean, that inner thing, bro, it exists within everything. It exists within insects and whatever. But once you notice it, it notices you also. It notices you because it sees, you are just its reflection. So every time you go and talk to your reflection, it can't do nothing but talk back. And it's not going to say nothing bad. It's going to always be polite. It's going to always be, it's going to be whatever you need it to be. Because that when you talking to that inner thing, you're going to be what it needs to be. It notices itself. That's the wow part about it. That thing notices itself when itself is talking to it. And I think like me even saying it like that thing is always talking to us. Like it just say things, and sometimes it say it in a fucked up way. Sometimes it say it in a good way. But it's always talking to us, and we just forgot how to see it because we got so used to seeing the personas, the personas that people play. We got so used to seeing that when it talk, we look at it like, like, oh man, this fool is, he crippin'. You feel me? And it's like, yeah, he is, but it's still an underlying, person within there that is talking, and it's just using that face mask right there in order to present itself. But you can always go past that mask and see the real them in there. You feel me? Because that real them in there is the same you that's in you. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I hope I explained that right. I think it's somewhat the opposite. It enjoys existing through everything else. It doesn't and won't stop. Yeah, okay, that too. That too. That's exactly. It loves to exist. It wants to exist. It wants to be. But it's been playing the game for so long. It's been playing the game for so long that it don't have time to breathe and not play the game. Like when you think about it, when do you the only time you don't play the game really is when you by yourself sometimes and you thinking sitting by yourself and still while you sitting by yourself you thinking about the moves you gonna play in the game. But it's like once you stop that, bro, it be trippy, man. It be trippy. But let's see. But in religion, people say God talking to me. Oh yeah, that's a good one, right? That's a good one because they not lying. When is God not talking? Any person that is talking, anything that is making a sound, anything that is doing anything is God talking. That's the crazy thing about it. But we pick and choose what God says. That's the trippy part right there. People pick and choose what they want God to say. And they say, okay, God said that. You feel me? You telling me God was sitting here talking to you for 2 hours, right? And you only got 2 words out of it. You only got one sentence out of it. You feel me? That's it. And it's like, nah, bro, God is always talking. When is he not talking? He talking right now through me. Talking back to himself through the messages y'all sending me. Right there. Like constantly. Constantly. A lot of times, sometimes he just gonna say some shit you ain't gonna like. Sometimes he's gonna do that. Cause that's what he do. He does everything. There's nothing that the God entity don't do. We just wanna take bits and pieces and say, okay, this part is God. Okay, look, the left shoe is God, but the right one ain't. The right hand is God, but the left hand ain't. God is God, but the devil ain't. And it's like, bro, it's all the same. It's all the same. Whether it's the angels, the demons, God, like all these things are the same entity just coming to you in the way that you want it to come. This is the wild thing about it, because God only comes in the way you want God to come. That's why you will notice it, and then the other person over there won't notice it because they God might not be the same as yours. You feel me? Which it is, but it's disguising itself as something else to them, and it's being this God right here to you. God is being to every God, every person's God is being God to them in an individual way. And remember, we used to have the jokes back in the days. Not my Jesus. Not my Jesus. My Jesus do this, but my Jesus don't do that. My God do this, but my God don't do that. And it's like that you hear it all day, bro. You hear it all day, like we hear it all day, man, especially with people like you said that go, yeah, God was talking to me. Oh, God, the one who showed me this. And it's like, dang, you feel me? I believe him. Because I believe God is always talking. God won't shut up. That's the problem. Once he shut up, everything gonna stop. He will not shut up, and he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna shut up. He's gonna keep talking, making every sound, every beep, every letter, every word, every language. You feel me? Not ever gonna shut up. You feel me? Once he started talking, just think about it, right? Once life began to talk and talk to itself, bro, how is it gonna stop, bro? It's like it's impossible. It's not gonna ever stop explaining itself, telling itself how it feel, telling itself what it's gonna do to somebody, telling itself what it's going through. It's not ever gonna stop. God is never gonna stop talking. I said God talk too much. That's what he do. But we already know that. We already know that. It's like, you know how we know it never gets a break and won't ever because we don't either. Even if we sleep, we dream, and even if we meditate and stop thought, the subconscious keeps us breathing and functioning. Exactly. Exactly. It's not gonna ever stop. It's gonna always keep going. And the thing that I like about it though, it's building itself. I don't know what it's building itself up to, but it's constantly moving forward and bettering itself. It's better in itself, which takes so long. What it's trying to turn into is the thing that gets me. That I be like, is it trying to push everything back to itself in order to become back to the one, to the oneness? Which I think everything that dies kind of maybe go back to the source, but we don't even know that. I said, damn man, I once I started looking at the stories, I said all the stories is just speculation. Like we really don't know. But we come up with all these different stories of what is when nobody really knows. Like we don't really know what God is, who God is, how God is, what God do. These are things we made up and came up with and said, this is God. That is God. This is God. That is God. The Son. We came up with all these different things. You feel me? And it took time to even put God into everything as we went along. Because God at first was just the sun. And then he turned into an earthquake. And then he turned into the stars. Then he turned to the... He like God played every part. Every part. So I don't know, bro. Sometimes I get scared because I think God is something that we created. God that's what it feels like a lot of times. It's like God is something that we created because we the only ones can manipulate God. And we can change God. And we can make God function the way we want God to function. God don't never just function the way he do. Like the way God function is some shit we said. We said God do this and God do that. God never did really come down and just step on us and come down here and say, do a news conference like Donald Trump and say, hey, well, I'm the one, I'm God. I'm gonna tell y'all, you feel me? I do this and I do that. These are all ideas we came up with. And like when you think about it, all the ideas, they just morphed themselves over the years. You feel me? And it was the same thing changing itself over and over again, refining itself, bettering itself to become stronger. To do what? I don't know. But that thing right there is, I think it's something that we just made up as we went. And once we created it, bro, it didn't stop. It just kept on growing. It kept growing to being what it is now. Like anything else that evolves. Like how cars evolves, how buildings and houses evolved. Everything evolves in that way. Like the devil wasn't what he was in the beginning, but now look at him now. The devil is something totally different. Now it's going to the point of the devil, everybody noticing that the devil is the other, is God looking himself in the mirror. Like that's the part that fucking gets me. It's like, life, like how life is just looking death in the mirror. Like that's all life is. Life is just a reflection of death, and death is just a reflection of life. And so in actuality, they both don't even really exist. It's just it's just looking at itself. That's it. And it's like that's the part that's been stuck on me since Joshua Tree, and I cannot shake it, bro. I cannot shake that right there. It's almost like the spiral is a cycle. We go up to go back down and evolve again over and over. But that's wild, right? Because like if you look at life, right, and you go, okay, let's say that's what life is. Let's say life is just a reflection of your mind. If life is actually a reflection of your mind without even knowing, you're creating life. You're creating everything that you seeing. You're making up everything that you seeing. You're the one who's making it up through, and you're doing it based on what you went through in life, based on the decisions, the things that you was fed, and the things that you knew in life. You made it up. So it's like how I was on the experience, and I was creating everybody, and it was me painting the picture of everybody, anybody that existed or whatever. Like that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You yourself, like the people that I create and generate in my life, you don't look at them the same. You feel me? That's why there's not just one favorite rapper. That's why there's not just one God. You feel me? That's crazy though. I never thought about that though. It's not one God, but it's like many devils. Like, I mean, it's many gods, but it's only one devil. Like it's the same devil throughout all the gods. It's the same devil entity, but it's all these different gods. That's the part that blows my mind. Say, I guess we just keep God alive in our minds. They will tell you to just keep faith. Exactly. Exactly. Keep faith. Keep faith, because that's the only thing that's gonna make God, that's gonna have God existing, is the faith. You feel me? Like the fact that he was even given to you, that he was thrown to you, that God was put on you, and you was told what God was. We never thought of like the creator, the one that, the thing that created it all. And then it's crazy because when we look at God, we already got God in a box. We got, everybody has God in the box. The do's and the don'ts of God. When you think of the creator is just creating everything. It don't have no right or wrong. It doesn't even know that. It doesn't have no, that's not even, it's just doing. It's just being. And it's like all these other things that the ideas we made don't even exist. These are things we coming up with and going, it's this. Yeah, have you ever thought about that? Like when we say heaven and hell, like we say heaven and hell, and we say, okay, well, the good fighting the bad, and then okay, that's God fighting the devil, and then what we do, we go and we devilize people, and now we fighting each other, and we always say, okay, as above, so below. Like we coming up with all this crazy ass shit in order to just do what we do, to do what we want to do. We come up with all these different stories and all these different ideas in order to make ourselves right in whatever we doing. Because have you noticed, have you ever had talks with people and then you be talking and they tell you some weird stuff and you be like, nah, and then they throw it and be like, well, God the one who told me that. And now you gotta believe them just because they threw God in there. It's like every time somebody throw God in, it just killed the whole conversation. You can't even rebuttal. Because it's like, God told me this, God said this, or God made that happen. God made Adam and Eve. And it's like, wait, hold on, bro. God told you that? When did he say that to you? When did he say that? Who even came up with that story when you think about it? Because that story, whenever I hear that story, it sounds like to me like Adam and Eve was two people that they was trying to, keep off somewhere else, away from everybody else, you feel me, and raise them like we would do some shit we would do. Like if I take these two people and I could start humanity all over and make them perfect. Because I don't know what perfect is. Even when I was telling to somebody the other day, like, they like, man, nobody's perfect. And I'm like, yeah, everybody's perfect. Like, even I make the perfect mistakes. Like, how is that? That ain't possible. It's like, how don't I make the perfect mistakes every time. Everything I do is perfect. I like the blunt perfect. I fall. If I fall, I can fall perfectly to where it can break my arm. Like you can get in the perfect car crash that'll kill you. Like everything is perfect. There's nothing that's not perfect. It's just some of the perfectness that's happening, don't nobody want it to happen. Like people be having the perfect deaths. They have people die every which way. There's not one way we ain't thought of that a person ain't died. And it's always in the perfect way. But we always say the same thing because we create these ideas that shouldn't have happened. And it's like, how something happened that shouldn't have happened? That don't make fucking sense. If it happened, that mean it meant to happen. It was supposed to happen. That what was going to happen. You can't stop something that happened from happening. It happened because that's what was supposed to happen. But all these ideas that we create, you feel me, that we made up. You feel me? We always say good and bad, or that. When you go look at I think that's the part. Like when you go and you look at the animals, you see ain't no fucking good and bad exists. And people say, "Oh, we're not animals." I'm like, we mammals. How are we not animals? We mammals. Like if you go look at the animals, ain't no good and bad. It ain't. It's love. Because you'll see the love of a whale for its baby, or a shark for its babies, or certain animal. And then some of them don't even have no love for their baby. They just leave them. They just plant them and walk away and hope they hatch. Hope them eggs hatch. You feel me? I covered them with sand. You feel me? So it's like nothing is like really even good or bad. These are concepts we created. And we only did that for our survival. We made good and bad for our survival. In order to save us from certain situations. It's not good to walk up on a lion It's not good to, you feel me? Like, it don't make it evil, but you know, if you do it, that lion gonna eat your ass up, like that lady that got out the damn car arguing with her husband at a damn zoo. You feel me? A wide open zoo, and the tiger ran up and snatched her off. They couldn't save her. That wasn't bad. It was fucked up, but it wasn't bad. You feel me? But we created bad in order for our survival. For our survival, not just the survival of our body, but the survival of our minds also. So once we demonize something, that go, damn, once I demonize that over there, now I know not to mess with it. I know not to take it in. It's going to corrupt my mind. It's going to mess up my thinking. Like, this is something we created. And that's why everybody bad is not the same. You say, let's see. But when I was a youngster growing up in the church, they told me to never question God. Exactly. Exactly. Duh. What do you mean? Look, you didn't question your daddy when you was young either. You couldn't question your daddy. You didn't, like, my kids didn't see a lot of my wrong until they grew up. And then they said, look at this shit. This daddy shouldn't even be doing that. You feel me? When you grow up and your mind get grown, you start seeing the right and the so-called wrong, and you see who created it, and they made it, and they gave it to you and said, you know, don't question God. Yeah, every time I used to hate that, young God. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Hey, thanks, Tim. But I used to hate that shit. I ain't even gonna lie, bro, because you couldn't question nothing that was going on at church. You couldn't question when everybody get the Holy Ghost. You couldn't question none of that. You couldn't question that. Okay, well, why did God do all that? Why did God take all of Job's kids and then give him new ones? And then, like, it was okay. He killed everything he had except his wife and then made him new ones and say, okay, look, it's okay. Well, you can't question God. You can't question that. And it's like, how not? Like, he let the devil come in, the so-called devil, and kill this man's kids, kill all his livestock, take everything from him. You feel me? Just to prove a point to you. How come all these people did do that? I never could understand that myself, bro. How come all these people was able to change your mind and you feel me, and basically lead you to do something that was harming somebody else? Like, you like even if we go into another city, why do we gotta go into that other city and we gotta kill all those people because, you know, they're not serving you? Now we gotta go in there and we gotta kill everybody, and we gotta keep certain ones for ourselves, and we, you know, not take none of their statues. That's why they always said, don't take their statues, don't take none of their stuff, because if you do, you're gonna be like, wait, hold on, they got a whole different belief than us. Like, it's gonna open you up. And like, that's why each religion does that. It doesn't want you to go to another religion. It don't want you. Now, in their mind, the person that's giving it to you, they're not looking at it like that because they was already indoctrinated with it. And it's like crazy, bro. I don't know. I just don't look at none of it the same no more. I don't look at none of it the same. It's like it's all playing a mind game on us. It's all playing a mind game on us, and you put on the persona, like even like spirit. I was saying about spirituality. I don't look at spirituality the same no more either. You got me fucked up. I just don't. You feel me? It's another persona. It's another thing that we're putting on to make ourselves look holier than you. You feel me? If I show you I'm spiritual, now I look better than you because you ain't as spiritual as me. Now we got to have a debate about our spirituality, and it's like, bro, come on now. I'm so over that. I'm so over the spirituality thing. You feel me? We're trying to, if you want to be good or you want to be better and treat people good, just do that. You don't need nothing to do that. Like, why you got to train to be a good person? Like, if you got to train every day to be a good person, maybe you just a fucked up person. You feel me? If you got to train every day just to treat people right or treat people how you want to be treated, maybe you're a fucked up person. You feel me? Maybe you a Charles Manson. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm just saying, if you got to do that, then it don't make sense to me. It's like everything is made to pull you in and make you a part of an organization, or you feel me, now you a part of us. You feel me? Here, put this robe on. Now you walk around, you feel me, with the robe on. You got all the memorabilia now. You look spiritual. You got the big medallions, I don't know what that them fucking blue rings people be putting on. I never could understand that, bro. Like, when you see that person got on them turquoise rings and turquoise earrings, and you feel me, it's like everybody got to dress the part. Like I said, damn, I said, that's wild, bro. Through my psychedelic experiences, always, all the way till now, you ain't seen me change this part of me. Even though I changed the way I act, the way I talk to people, the way I deal with people, you ain't seen me try to look a certain way. I always look how I've been looking. Like, what do I gotta go wear a dashiki or something in order to prove that, okay, I know what I'm talking about, or that I'm a better person, or that I'm different? No, this is what people do. They go and they try to change their attire. They try to change the person in the mirror. You feel me? And they try to change their reflection. And mind blowing, bro, mind blowing. Like, we try to change our reflection. We don't try to change us, the me that is sitting right here, the one that's in here. I try to change the body and change the reflection. Well, if I go put on a suit, they gonna think I'm not guilty. Like, even when I went to court, bro, when I fought court cases and went to court, I never wore a suit. I never could understand how people were like, everybody go to church in all these crazy ass suits and stuff. I never could understand it, because I said, damn, I said, all the bad people wore suits that I seen. When you seen mobsters and the mafia, you feel me, and people in the government, like, this what they did. So I'm like going, I never was into that. I never was into dressing like that. It always, I don't know, it was just weird to me. It was always weird. It's like, I got to dress like that person to look like that person in order to look like something. And it's like, nah, bro. You feel me? I'm a mistake. I ain't saying I'm like, I just dress the way I dress, and that ain't gonna change. This is me until the end. You feel me? Now, I might change here, the way I look at things, the way I do things, but the me out here is gonna stay the same. I don't need to change the person in the mirror. Like, cause I'm not the person in the mirror. That's the person that everybody see. You feel me? And they don't recognize that until we start speaking. Then once we start speaking, they see that interim and they go, wait, this motherfucker is different. Everybody say that. Hey, for real. They want to put the paint job on the turd, huh? The candy paint. They put the full candy paint on the turd, and it's still some shit. You feel me? Like, they spray it with all kind of cologne, try to make it not smell shit, but you smell the cologne and you still smell the shit smell. You still smell it, Don Ron. Crystals lit. Yeah, I remember I was into all the crystals and stuff. I remember it was a time about that. I was like into the crystals, and I was into like diving in and trying to save stuff in the crystals, right? And then, okay, I'm going to give you some game right here. You done got me started, Free Slave Kato. You done got me started. The crystal jewelry be fine. And off the shrooms, you can access the crystal powers. I've done it. I have too. But have you ever dove in on the shrooms and accessed the power of a sweater? Like, you save memories and energy and everything. This is one thing that I learned on the shrooms. Like, I was doing the crystal thing. I went through that process. And then I started to see that we save memory in everything. There's nothing that doesn't save memory or hold memory. You feel me? Everything. I don't care what it is. Like this right here, this lighter right here, is stuff saved in this. I can dive in and see where it was made, where it came from, who held it, everything. Like the sweaters, like clothes, like this is what we do. We save memory in everything that we get, because everything that we get is a reflection of us. It's a part of us. So we take it in and we hold on to it because it's a part of us. It's a small fractal of ourselves. That's why we buy or have the different things that we have that we like. So once you start seeing that, you're like, okay, when you think about stuff that was passed down through the family, right? Through your family in general. Because everybody family have that to where have something that came from the great, 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 great grandfather. You feel me? And it'll be something that the family been holding on forever. And when they see it, it bring back memories. It bring back the stories of what happened. Why did they have that thing? Like my grandfather had this cane. You feel me? And he had that cane for so long. Everybody know where it came from and everything, to where when he passed on, a lot of people just wanted that cane because the memories that cane held right there. Because I think moreover, see, we try to look for the history of people outside of our family, like our family, the ones that we was raised around, like our group family, like our blood. We try to look for things outside of that. We never try to look for the history like some of us do, but we never really look for the history like in our family. Like it take for you to go to one of your elders and have them pull out a photo album and show you the black and white photos of your history, where you came from, what your grandma did, what your great great grandma did. You feel me? I used to like, that's one thing that I used to sit down and do, like with my elders, my grandfather, my uncles, my aunties. Like I sit down and I ask about when they were coming up. Like, okay, and then, okay, what was great grandma like? Did you ever meet great grandma? Because I ain't never met her. Then they start telling you the stories. Well, great grandma, she was full blooded Indian. You feel me? My great grandma name was T Baby, and she was a beast. Walked around with a pistol and everything. That's our shit right there. Everything holds memory. It doesn't matter. Like the pictures hold memory. Like the old memorabilia, the old paintings that, you feel me, like a great 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 grandfather. All of them hold that stuff. So that's why the family hold on to that stuff over the years, and they pass it on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. We did it with rings, like black mothers. You feel me? They do it with gold. I don't know why. They hold on to they mother's gold, and then they pass it on to the daughter, and the daughter pass it on, and they keep going. But it'd be like gold rings, gold chains. You feel me? But each thing that's being held, it has a memory. It has an energy to it. But that energy, it flows with your energy. That's the cold thing about it. It's a part of you. It's a part of you. That's why, like I was saying, like a lot of stuff that be around you that you don't notice, like in your previous lives, you holding on to a lot of stuff that you had in your past lives, in a lot of past lives. Like it can just look like something like this right here could look like a gun I probably had when I was in the military in the 1800s, in the 1700s or something. You feel me? It's like we hold on to that stuff, bro. So it's like you can save this memory in anything. That memory exists in everything, in water, in it don't matter what it is. And once I learned that, it was like, bro, it moved me away from the crystals. I'm not saying it's not a good thing, because everything is a learning process. Everything is, you're going to learn from it. So if you can get information out of it and that's what you do, then that's what you do. But I'm just saying, you can get that out of anything. That's I'm gonna say it again. We put God on the things that we want to put God on. We forgot God is that God thing is everything. It's not limited to nothing. It's that too. It's the words we speak. It's the letters. It's the letters on this shirt. Each one individual. It's the colors. It's everything. So everything holds that. And I think that's what's so special about it that I know now. So when I dive in, I think that's why I see so much and I get so much when I dive in, because I know everything is that thing. I'm not defining it and dropping it down and making it this little pyramid and saying, okay, it's in this pyramid. No, I know it's in everything. And it's like, it's the wildest thing, bro. Let's see. Didn't Kalindi use crystals to access dimensions? Yeah, that's who got us started on the crystals, really. That's who. Well, he was one of the ones that got us started on messing with the crystals and diving in with the crystals and stuff. That was one that did. Let's see. I see what you saying, bro. It's the non-attachment that we learn. Exactly. Exactly. It's deep, bro. It's deep, but I don't like to step on people's ideas and stuff, but I always felt like Kalindi was like, the way Kalindi talked to us and the way he gave us the game, I felt like it was like almost like Mr. Miyagi. You feel me? He got you washing cars and shit like that, and you like washing the cars, and you just wake up one day like, bro, I'm supposed to be here learning karate. You got me washing cars. And he like, man, what do you mean? Like, you talking about wax on, wax off. And then he do these moves on you, and you washing that car, it bam, you just automatically do the moves without even knowing. So it was like even with Thor, like with Thor, the daddy gave him the hammer, and he like, man, you know, you the god, you know, you the god of thunder. Here's a hammer. This is where all your power is. So Thor riding around thinking all his power is in that hammer, not knowing he was the power. You're the one who putting the power in the crystal. You're the one who putting the power in anything that you grab. You're the power. It's you. It's not nothing outside of you. It's always been you. You the one who said that was a nice car. So when Thor lost the hammer and felt like he didn't have no power, what did his daddy tell him? He said, man, is you the god of thunder or is you the god of hammer? Like the power always been in you. It's never been outside of you. It's been you saying that's where the power is. So if you taking the power and you putting it in that, and you putting it in that, and you putting it in that, you giving your own power away. Because it's always existed right within you. And it's never been outside of you. Anything that happened, it happened within you. Even if you seen it out there, it still was, you was seeing it from in here. So it's like you always been the one with the power, bro. Hey, true, out of all the psychedelics you try, which one takes the most mental strength to build up to take? Mine is DMT. I get pre-fight jitters. Oh yeah, Jag Space. I used to DM it, man, damn, bro. It was always DMT. You right. You exactly right on now. It was always DMT. DMT cuz it was so intense. That intensity when it start, bro, and the way it shoots you off, like it was always intense like that. So I used to get I don't get it no more, but I used to. Like now I can sit right here, like I can go get the DMT right now and I can dive in 3 times back to back like it's nothing. But it was always the DMT, because the 4-ACO DMT was like a 4-hour DMT breakthrough, but it was so smooth. It was so smooth that when you got scared, it'll laugh at you and go, why you scared? Why you making yourself scared? Like, you the one creating all this. You creating the fear. You creating the right and the wrong. You saying what you like and what you don't like. What's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. This is always you. Like, you the one said the power was in the crystal. So what did the power do? What did it do? It went in the crystal just for you. Just for you. You know what other people said? They said the power was in the Bible. They said the power was in the Quran. They said it was in all these different books. And what did the power do? It went in there just for you. The power is going to go anywhere just for you so you can see it. But once you get it, the power going to show you, man, it's always been you. You the one said the power was there. You feel me? Like the power wasn't there. The power was in you. It's always been in you. Like that's what gets me. That's the part that kind of messes me up now. I can't step outside of that. Because now when I sit back and I see everybody talk, I see how they give the power to everything else. You feel me? But it's like that's what we programmed to do right now. We programmed to give our power to the ones that run and everything. We programmed to give our power to them. And that's why it's so easy for us to give it to anything else, because we already programmed to give it to that. We programmed to give it to rent, to give it to bills, to give it to, you feel me, trying to even live. And it's like, wait, hold on, bro. Like, we giving our power away. We got so used to it that we look for the energy in crystals. We look for it in DMT. We look for it in mushrooms. But it's still us. It's still us putting our first foot forward to even go and take those ventures. You feel me? It's all, and it's like, wow, like, bro, like, they could have told us this shit a long time ago. And it's wild because they've been trying to tell us. You feel me? They said, what did you want to be when you grow up? But they gave you the different things. They said, you know, you can be a fireman, you can be a police officer. They never told you you can be, you know, you can have these spiritual talks right here. They didn't tell us shit like this. They only told us shit that was going to keep us within the program of society. That's it. because they didn't want us to leave that. They want everybody to be a part of society because society is its own entity, and we the ones who keep it generating, and we give it the power to run. Like, we make the United States what the United States is. If we wasn't in it, it wouldn't be that. We make it that. Because the United States is not running around saying it's the United States. The world is not running around saying it's the world. The world is just being the world. That's all it's doing. We the ones running around staking claim, putting names on everything because we said, well, God told us to name all the animals. God told Adam to name all the animals, to the point to where most of the animals that got the names, it was named after the person that named the animal. Yeah, Cheetah. His name was Cheetah. He just like... This shit is crazy. It's a true mind fuck. That's what it is. Power to the people. Hey. Yeah, truthful Zor. I can't, it's just wild, bro. Like, you got the power. Like, and you know that. Because everything that you never did, you went that way because you decided to. You looked at things that you wanted to look at. You led yourself all the way up to this point right here, right now. To going, damn, man, like, if you think about it, like, when you got married, like I was telling Master Creator, when you chose your girl, you the one said she was pretty. Like, you the one said she was the shit. When she chose you, she the one said you was the shit. You feel me? We did it all the way up. We led ourselves all the way to right now, to right here, right now. You feel me? To realize, to go, damn, man, I didn't even know I led myself that far. Dang, but... all in all, I got to check out, though, y'all. You feel me? I got the kids here, and I ain't trying to leave them out of pocket. Thanks for subscribing, Zor, man. Good looking out. Next time when I go live, I'm going to share the YouTube. I'm going to share the YouTube link so people can just pop in on YouTube, like straight from your channel. You can pop in, and then we'll have questions like that. Then we'll start doing it like that, and then I'll just do it one at a time, let people come in so we can talk one-on-one, because I be trying to read the messages, and I don't be wearing my glasses all the time because it's like right here I should be able to see, but I can't, and my glasses only got the shit at the bottom. So at the top, it can't even see it. My shit is up high. So I'm like I'm going to start bringing people in one at a time, because I like the one-on-one talks, because it's like when we talking about something one-on-one, we can dive deeper into it. So that'll be tomorrow. Like, well, I ain't got to go to work till tomorrow, till 1 o'clock. So I'm going to come in like probably around 10 or 11 and run like a 2-hour live, an hour live, and then I'll bring people in one at a time, and then you can ask questions. We can have a one-on-one conversation, which that's what I like. You feel me? I hate just sitting up here talking to myself and trying to read the comments. Shit, bro. Oh yeah, Changa, huh? Men or weed infused with DMT. Totally different from other ways of ingestion. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I did Changa a few times. It was cool. But it wasn't as strong as DMT. I can tell you that right now. Wasn't the only thing that was fucking with DMT, and I don't advise anybody to go and try it, was the 4-ACO. The 4-ACO was like, bro, it was a literal 4 or 5 hour DMT breakthrough. If you ain't watched my 4-ACO videos, watch them 4-ACO videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Some of the places I went on 4-ACO, it was like DMT. It was like DMT, but it was like, it was like mushrooms, like the highest dose of mushrooms, but it took off like DMT. But it kind of, it always puts you where you needed to be, bro. You feel me? I don't know. That shit was crazy, bro. I ain't never broke through for that long. Dude off the elephant. Poop, poop. Nah, I ain't seen that, bro. Yeah, 4-ACO. Like, if you look up True Life Stories 4-ACO experience, you gonna see that, bro. Man, that shit was crazy. That's what made me not scared of shrooms and DMT no more, was the 4-ACO. Because I used to get scared, like, off shrooms. I wouldn't go in the backyard at nighttime because I went back there. Remember, I got chased by the Cyclops. Then I seen the shadows standing all around the gate. And then I dove in on the 4ACO and I was like blasted, going so far to where I was like, I was like going, dang, telling the 4ACO, I want to go in the backyard, but I'm scared. It's dark. And it's like, it was just telling me like you created the darkness. And it's like, wait, what do you mean? Like you created the darkness. Like we created night and day. Like when you think about it, because we don't really know what night and day is. That's just what we named it. We named it that. And nighttime, we was scared of the animals that came out at night, because before we had all these weapons and shit, they was tearing our ass up. So yeah, we would naturally be scared of nighttime. But it was like you created darkness. And it was like it showed me all these different things of me creating fear and darkness and all that different shit, bro. And after that, it was like, there's no psychedelic. I'm not scared no more diving in on psychedelics. I don't get spooked. I don't get the jitters. I don't get like the only thing that throw me off is becoming the one. Like when I become one with everything, I like it, but it's the scariest thing ever, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's the scariest thing ever because you're everything and you can't get around it. You everything, like you cannot get around it. You can try to be you or no, you're just everything and it's like no way around it. It's like just spooky to me. But I love it at the same time. It's like 50-50. It's the yin and the yang at one time. At one time, and it's so potent. Learn to surrender the fear melts away. Yeah, when you learn to surrender, because the fear is created by you. And somebody said that in the movie. The only thing to fear is fear itself. And it's like, bro, it's that easy. It's the only thing to fear is fear. Cause the fear is gonna take over and it's gonna make it messed up. It's gonna make it messed up. Come take my blunt. I ain't hit it but a couple of times. But yeah, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. I'm gonna tap in tomorrow though. So Cali time around 10 o'clock, I'm gonna go live because I ain't gotta go to work till 1 to 5. So I'm gonna tap in and like I said, I'm gonna open it up to where I'm gonna just bring people in one at a time so we can chop it up and see how that goes. I want to see how that work. I like the one-on-one conversations, like I said. Oh, thanks, Zor. It gets better. You ain't seen nothing. You need to go back. Y'all need to go back and watch them old videos, bro. You gotta go back. It's been doing this for so long, man. For a long time. And we done had a lot of excellent conversations, man. Love y'all too, man. But I'm gonna tap out or I'm gonna keep talking and they gonna keep knocking. But peace out.